Alrighty, let's get into the next part of our course. The next lecture we're going to talk about is communicating the vision. What good is it to have a vision if the youth leader or the youth pastor is the only one who knows about it? I mean, I could have a vision all day long, but if my team doesn't know about it, then we have a challenge. You should communicate the vision so much that your team gets tired of hearing it. Once you have that vision of your youth ministry established, the next step is to constantly communicate this vision to your team. And like I said, you should communicate it so much they get tired of hearing it. It's better to have a team that is tired of hearing about the vision or the goal of your team than a team that doesn't know or understand the vision. If the youth leader doesn't consistently communicate the vision or the goal to the team, it could be almost as detrimental of not having a vision at all. Does your ministry know the vision of your ministry, basically, or does your youth ministry know the vision of your youth ministry? Does your team know the vision of your youth ministry? Let me put it this way. If someone were to ask your team the question, what is the vision of your youth ministry? How many of your team members would give the same answer or even similar answers? Okay, not the same answer as you, but how many of your team members would even give the same answer or similar answers? Now let's take it a little further. How many of those team members would give the same answer or similar answer to your vision that you have as the youth leader or the youth pastor? That would be a good exercise to try. You might want to try that with your team one day. When you're in a meeting, ask everybody, what is the vision of our youth ministry? And see how many of your team members give a similar answer to the one you're expecting. That will be a good challenge. I would encourage you to try that exercise. Okay? Now let me give you some practical ways that you can keep the vision in front of your team. Say, let's go back to our vision is to build a strong sending youth ministry. One practical way is t-shirts. Get you a t-shirt made. Wear that t-shirt. Encourage your team to wear the t-shirt. You can get hats. Building a strong youth ministry. There's so many things you could do. What about memos? When you have the next team meeting, put a memo on everybody's desk. We are here to build a strong sending youth ministry. Strong sending youth ministry. Another way is in your messages or your preachings. When you preach at youth night, make sure you preach on the vision of your youth ministry. Let the team know. Let your youth ministry know. We're not here just to play patty cakes and have a bless me club or a social club or a youth hangout, but we got a vision. Okay? Another way is through teachings. Maybe you're teaching your team or you're teaching your young people. Discipleship. Letting your team know to share and communicate this vision to their disciples and the young people they're working with. So teachings, you could put your vision statement in teachings. What about games? Fill in the blank. I have this one game that's kind of like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but we gave it a different name, Who Wants to Be a Visionary. And it's a game you play on your computer, and it's just like that, but we change it to keep us on track with our vision, with the questions of our vision, of our mission statement, our vision statement, I should say. Another way is through songs. We're a strong sending youth ministry. I don't know, maybe you got a rapper in your youth ministry. You got someone who writes songs, and they could keep the vision in front of your young people like that. Another one is through conversation, like I shared earlier, through teachings, discipleship, through your everyday conversations with your team and your young people, repeating that vision, making sure that they know that we're here to build a strong sending youth ministry. Now, I'm just using building strong sending youth ministry as an example. Your vision may be something else, but the goal is to communicate that vision. And what about in meetings? Whenever your team has a meeting and you're leading that meeting, you could put it on the chalkboard. You could remind them, and you could have each other tell your neighbor, what's the purpose of our youth ministry? Also, when your team meets with their team, just remind them to let them know that your team is building toward a goal, toward a vision, to build a strong sending youth ministry. So there's many different practical ways. I think giving you a lot of information is great and it's awesome, but we also want to give you some practical ways to put these concepts, to put these ideas into practice. Okay? So remember, communicate the vision and keep it in front of your team.